The gallant people of Poland have a long tradition of faith and freedom that no oppressor, foreign or domestic, has ever been able to destroy.
It's been called the Polish miracle, the stunning victory of the Polish people over tyranny, the emergence of Poland's thriving economy after decades of stagnation under a communist regime. Like many countries around the world, Poland has been a battleground for competing ideologies. Some that believe people need to be controlled and told what to do. Another that celebrates human creativity and the right of individuals to shape their lives and have a say in their future. In the 1980s, the fight of Polish reformers for individual and economic freedom shook communism to its core. By 1989, Poland's Soviet-backed regime agreed to free elections, ushering in the country's first non-communist-led government since World War II. A few months later, the Berlin Wall fell. Poland was free, but on the verge of economic collapse.
In 1989, the economy was in a disastrous state. It was the shortage economy, goods had disappeared, inflation was actually headed to a point where it reached 17,000%. The economy simply was falling apart.
One man was given the job of stopping Poland's economic freefall. Economist Leszek Balcerowicz was appointed Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance in the new government.
Balcerowicz's views of markets and world economy were shaped by some very important thinkers, Hayek, von Mises, and of course, Milton Friedman. And what he saw in these thinkers was the clarity about the importance of markets. You're going to get a better economic result if producers and consumers are making their decisions about what to do, what to buy, what to produce, than having a few people at the center trying to do it.
On January 1st, 1990, the Balserovich plan was put into effect, freeing prices, capping government wages, liberalizing trade, and making the Polish currency convertible. This approach has been labeled shock therapy, but in Balcerowicz's assessment, he was conducting a rescue operation. There were no alternatives.
At that time, in that moment, these were very brave decisions. What Balcerowicz was doing, what the new Polish government was doing, was something nobody had ever done before. To the Poles, this was all absolutely brand new. You have to understand the bravery, really, of that moment.
Within 3 days, the market responded. Prices stopped rising, goods appeared in markets, and people began buying and selling. The collapse of socialism was difficult for generations of Poles raised under a centrally controlled economic system. But as the market took hold, the Polish people took advantage of new economic opportunities.
Things progressed from selling goods out of the trunk to little stands, then stands to little shops, shops to more fancy shops. And you could see the difference. There was still this very positive attitude among people, especially among young people. It was everything that you wanted to do, you could accomplish.
1 year into the transition to a market economy, Poland recorded a budget surplus, and shortages and hyperinflation ended. Between 1989 and 2007, Poland's economy doubled in size. When Poland joined the European Union in 2004, many Poles felt they had regained their rightful place in the mainstream of Europe. Along the way, Balcerowicz has fought for reforms to ensure Poland's ability to compete and grow over the long term. He introduced a debt ceiling into the country's constitution, curbing government spending. Later, as head of the central bank, Balcerowicz championed conservative monetary and fiscal policies, helping Poland avoid the 2009 recession that brought its neighbors to their knees. Most Poles agree their country is better off today than it was 25 years ago.
Thanks to changes which occurred in Poland after 1990, the general position of Poland is much stronger. We have market economy, convertible strong currency, living standard became higher, to my generation. Despite many problems, I think that we can treat the change almost as a miracle.
Today, a new generation of Poles is taking charge of its future, free from the limiting ideologies of the communist past.
Next 5 years is a wide open future. I know that companies are in the need of strong and educated leaders. So within 5 years, I hope to contribute here within Poland or worldwide.
It is hard to overstate what Poland has achieved in a mere generation. From the ruins of communist mismanagement to a dynamic European economy and free society, Poland now prepares to become part of the Eurozone and continue its remarkable growth.
Under Balcerovich's leadership, Poland was the first radical reformer in the post-socialist world. Other countries also introduced radical reforms like Czechoslovakia and the Baltic countries, but Poland was the first. And it's easy to look back with 20/20 hindsight and say, well, of course, the solution was widespread market reforms, but as Milton Friedman used to remind us, nobody was an expert at this back then. Nobody had any experience in moving a long-time socialist economy to the free market. So it required a lot of vision, a lot of courage, and a lot of technical and political skill to do this. Balcerovich's great achievement was that he had enormous confidence in the free decisions of ordinary citizens, and that those decisions would lead to prosperity and progress. And of course, that's exactly what has happened in Poland.
Tonight, we celebrate the unwavering commitment of Leszek Balcerowicz to a free Polish society, and his unshakable belief in the power and potential of his people to create their own destiny.